Welcome back to Movie Recap. Today I will tell you about a possession horror movie called Black Sunday. As usual, just leave a like on this video and hit that subscribe button as it really helps. In 1630s Moldavia, Asa Vajda, a vampiric witch, and her paramour Javudic are sentenced to death for sorcery by Asa's brother Griabi. Asa vows revenge and puts a curse on Griabi's descendants. Bronze masks with sharp spikes on the inside are placed over Asa and Javudic's faces and hammered into their flesh, but a sudden storm prevents the villagers from burning them at the stake. 2 centuries later, Dr. Choma Kruvijan and his assistant, Dr. Andrij Gorobek, are traveling through Moldavia en route to a medical conference when one wheel on their carriage breaks. While waiting for their coachman to fix it, the two wander into a nearby ancient crypt and discover Asa's tomb. Observing her death mask through a glass panel, Kruvijan breaks the panel and the cross above it by accident while striking a bat. He removes Asa's death mask, revealing a partially preserved corpse. He cuts his hand on the broken glass and some of his blood drips onto Asa. Returning outside, Kruvijan and Gorobek meet Kasia Vajda. She tells them she lives with her father and brother Konstantin in a nearby castle that the villagers believe is haunted. Struck by her haunting beauty and sadness, Gorobek becomes smitten with Kasia. The two men leave her and drive to an inn. Meanwhile, Kruvijan's blood brings Asa back to life. She contacts Javudic telepathically. He rises from his grave and goes to Prince Vajda's castle, where Vajda holds up a crucifix to ward off the reanimated corpse. However, Vajda is so terrified by the visit, he becomes paralyzed with fear. Konstantin sends a servant to fetch Dr. Kruvijan, but the servant is killed before he can reach the inn. Javudic brings Kruvijan to the castle under the pretext that his services are needed and leads Kruvijan to Asa's crypt. The witch hypnotizes Kruvijan and says she needs the rest of his blood. Asa then kisses him, turning him into her servant. By Asa's command, Kruvijan follows up on the request to tend to Vajda. He orders the crucifix removed from the room, ostensibly so it will not upset Vajda. This allows Javudic to return later and murder him. Asa's plan is to revive herself by draining Kasia of her life, since Kasia is physically Asa reincarnated. Puzzled to hear that Kruvijan abandoned his patient shortly before he died, Gorobek questions Sonia, a little girl who saw Javudic take Kruvijan to the castle. She identifies Kruvijan's escort with a painting of Javudic. A priest and Gorobek go to Javudic's grave and find Kruvijan's body inside the coffin. Realizing he is now one of the undead, they kill him by driving a nail through his eye. Javudic throws Konstantin into a death pit and takes Kasia to Asa. Asa drains Kasia of her youth. When the witch goes to take her blood, the crucifix around Kasia's neck thwarts her. Gorobek enters the crypt to save Kasia, but Javudic attacks him and pushes him to the edge of the death pit. Konstantin uses the last of his strength to pull Javudic into the pit and push Gorobek to safety. Gorobek finds Asa and Kasia. Asa pretends to be Kasia and tells Gorobek that Kasia is the witch. Accordingly, he goes to kill Kasia, but notices the crucifix she is wearing has no effect on her. He turns to Asa and opens her robe, revealing a fleshless skeletal frame. The priest then arrives with many torch-carrying villagers, and they burn Asa to death. Kasia awakens from her stupor, her life and beauty restored, and is reunited with Gorobek. Thanks for watching, please remember to leave a like on this video and hit that subscribe button. You can check out my other videos here.